Alright, hey gamers, today, like I mentioned in the last video, or, I don't know, this may or may not come out before, the final video I did for Final Fantasy VII Remake, so, whichever comes first, either way. This is going to be like a mini discussion I have with one of my friends. So let me just hop in Discord. Alright, I started the video. So, yeah.
Did I get an intro? Do they know who I am?
Oh, I don't believe so. This is a friend of mine named Rahish.
Hello, what's up?
He's also been in the game before me. And wanted to hear my opinion.
I've also played the original.
Oh yeah, forgot to mention that.
Yeah. Okay, so where do you want to start? So, there's probably a lot of things you're confused about.
Yeah, mostly like the ending. Or should we save that for later?
I mean, that's what you... we're recording a video. Go away.
Alright, well then, yeah, the general story of this.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
It's fine.
Hey, you have editing. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we can just cut that part out.
On schedule?
Okay, start now, I guess.
Alright. Yeah, I'll just
coming.
edit through that. But anyways, I guess we should start with the general story.
Please, Mr. President.
So, like,
I am
review?
asking you to reconsider.
Yeah.
No, begging.
Okay.
Discussion
The Sector
overview.
7 Undercity is home to more than
This
50,000.
game's obviously not
direct
anywhere
to
close to the full
tourist.
story, just the Midgar section.
Yeah.
And
At least let us issue
Hey.
a warning, sir.
They spread it
There-
out very far. Huh.
The stench
Oh,
of the
yeah,
director's
definitely. They made,
countenance
like,
fills
6
the
hours into,
room
like,
yet
40.
again.
So,
Yeah.
I will say
Progress
that
requires
it's not
sacrifice.
like always a bad thing. There's definitely
Learn through
good
liberty.
parts that they spread out. You know, character development for Avalanche
Oh yeah.
is much better in this than before. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. It could have still have been done a bit better, but compared to the original, you met the team, and then you did the bombing, and then like half an
Sector
hour
7
later-
fell.
So you can't really get attached to the smaller non-party members, but
Oh, and yeah, like, what's it called? They serve more of a, purpose in the story, the Avalanche members.
I mean, their purpose is more or less the same, but like you just get to see them more, so
Yeah.
you feel as though
Damn it,
they're
Reese.
worth more.
Mm-hmm.
But especially like Jessie, she got a whole chapter dedicated to her.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So
And she wasn't
that
even
was
seen for
interesting.
half of it.
Yeah.
Cloud,
One thing I will say, I was surprised
we
how
have
Roche
to
did
get
not
to
come
Sector
back.
7.
Oh, I know. That was
yeah.
honestly really surprising.
Yeah, he just showed up in chapter 4, I believe, and just left in chapter 4
Yeah.
and never came back.
That
You would think near
bastard.
the end, where there's another motorcycle section. Oh, you're good there?
Yeah.
Alright. But yeah.
Yeah, so I'm expecting Roche in a future game. That's my guess, because he's not dead. So
Yeah, he just says, "Oh, nice. You beat me. I'm gonna go away now."
Right, yeah. Like our flames can be,
Yeah, kind of
can go
intimate right
even further
there.
beyond.
Did he go?
You bet. Bring it on.
He goes a bit too intimate.
Get him.
Yeah.
Bring it.
But yeah, as I was saying, there was another bike section, yet he doesn't appear for it.
Yeah, that's true. And
One more
that mic section is actually the only one in the original. The first one didn't exist in the first game because the whole jet mission didn't exist.
Yeah.
And,
But you still blew up
Come on.
the Maka reactor, the one at the start and Sector 5s, right?
yeah,
Bring it. That's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Basically, it was you blow up the first reactor,
This
you
one's
go
for
back to
you.
the bar, and then you go to the next reactor.
Oh,
Go on.
yeah, they spread that out so much in this one.
Yeah.
No escape.
One more shot.
And then, Cloud beats Aerith. Speaking of Aerith, Aerith is really fun.
Oh yeah,
I really like Aerith. And,
I just gotta say some of the voice acting for most of the female characters is somewhat kind of cringy during parts.
okay. Yeah, I can see that. But the voice actors themselves,
Yeah,
I think their voices are they're really
very
good.
fitting.
My two favorites are probably Barrett and Aerith.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that as well.
No escape.
And then,
This one's for you.
Cloud's pretty much the same. He's always just the edgy dude.
yeah, he always seems like he's somewhat out of it. Doesn't
Yeah.
really know what's going on.
Yeah. In the original, his whole PTSD stuff, it's not super prominent this early, but
Keep it together.
it's a huge factor in this game.
It's on you. Here goes.
He has the whole
This is gonna
sequences
hurt.
where he's spazzing out and stuff.
Take it
Yeah.
over.
Which ties in directly to Sephiroth, who shows up.
Oh yeah, I heard you like hear glimpses of him, but doesn't appear.
Correct. This might be wrong, but he is literally not, you don't see him at all in Midgard in the original. You never see him until much later. You hear his name, he's mentioned, but you
There it
never see him.
goes.
And
For a
then,
while.
as you and me have said multiple times,
think it lives
like
down here,
anything
or-
new happens,
It's probably
Sephiroth's just
Cornea's
like
pet.
checking up on Cloud.
Yeah,
We
pretty
were
much.
dinner.
Yeah, I will say that's actually one of the good parts about them. Though it feels like he's constantly
Hey,
watching, which
Mhm.
You
might
don't
be
believe that crazy
add to the
story of
tension, I
his,
guess.
do you?
Yeah,
And,
Shinra wouldn't sacrifice a whole sector just to take an
that
avalanche,
ending.
would they?
yeah, the
Destroying
whole
part
area
of
with
the
the
city,
singularity.
killing all those people just to
yeah,
get at
and the
us?
whispers, the
Yeah,
arbiters
I
of
don't know.
fate or whatever.
Is Corneo the kind of guy to
Um,
make up shit just to
I've
stay with
actually
you?
I wouldn't put
since
it
I'm
past
replaying the
him.
game on hard mode, I'm trying to
But
pay
if he
extra
was
close
telling the
attention to what
truth-
they're doing, right?
Mhm.
And there's still a chance
Since
he
I know who they
was,
are now,
isn't
and
there? Then
it
we
actually
should go.
makes a lot of sense.
And if it turns out he was
The
lying,
whispers,
then
they're pretty
so
much
what?
like
Right?
the fanboys of the original game, because they want everything to be the exact same, right?
So they're trying to keep
And-
it on that track.
Yeah, so they want to keep
I
it the
knew it.
exact same as the original.
These tunnels
so
are all connected.
we first
What
see
is
them
it?
when they're
I'm
harassing
pretty
Aerith,
sure we can
right?
use these
Mhm.
tunnels to make our way back to
and
Sector
that
7.
could be like a way
The
to make
sewers
sure
under
Cloud
Sector
interacts
6 and
with Aerith,
7
because
should
she
be
stands
connected.
out instead of
If
just
you
being a
get in
random flower
trouble,
girl.
just follow the
Oh, and
steps.
yeah, during
Another
the
one of
chapter
those
where
lessons?
you
An
first
avalanche
truly
thing,
began
actually.
interacting
we use
with
them to
her
move
during
around
the escape from the
Undercity
church,
in
they
emergencies.
basically direct the
Sure we're
whole
not
escape.
lost?
Positive.
Yeah, and they
There
save her
should be a
from
big
falling.
waterway
Yeah.
just up ahead.
Yeah.
Let's find that first.
Lead the way.
They injure Jesse,
Won't be tough.
which of course is Cloud to going back on the mission for Sector 5. So yeah, they're just forcing the plot to go the same.
No
The
escape.
important plot points to stay the same.
Mhm.
Go on.
But
That's
but
that.
you kill them. So that opens
That
up
wasn't
the
so
whole,
bad.
That's why it's the unknown journey at the end credits. So
Oh wait, so you really do kill him?
yeah, they're gone. You killed the main one, so
So it's
now
like a hive mind?
we're not. What? Yeah, hive mind pretty much. We're not tied to the narrative anymore, so they can do whatever technically.
Hmm.
And you're heavily pushed by Sephiroth to do so, and I'm assuming that Sephiroth this is all mostly speculation, but it is kind of rooted with actual evidence. But Sephiroth obviously wants to prevent his own loss at the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
So that could be why he's leading Cloud to destroy the Whispers, and they do in fact do that.
Mhm.
So who knows what happens now?
It reeks down here.
Well, the Undercity isn't exactly the prettiest
But
place.
yeah, just
and
this
we're
whole
like-
other world that existed because of the Whispers.
Yeah. You saw Zach at the end, right?
Oh yeah.
Black hair dude. Do you know anything about Zach?
I heard he was like in a partial like side game of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Or was
Crisis
that a
Core.
movie?
It's a prequel.
Oh.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
Zach-
know he was the original wielder of the Buster Sword.
No, he wasn't the original
Oh,
wielder, but he was the one who had it before Cloud did.
Hmm.
Yeah, Zach has his own story, and if you play Crisis Core, you'll see his whole thing. But the most important thing relating to actual Final Fantasy VII is that Zach's supposed to die.
Oh.
Like, the soldiers are supposed to kill him. He's supposed to beat all the soldiers and like die in the process. And Cloud's supposed to be alone.
But then
that's
that
where Final
scene
Fantasy
during the
VII
end.
Leave this to me.
No,
So-
sorry.
I don't
Like,
think so.
that's the prologue. That's what. And then after Zack dies, like Cloud's on his own, he leaves Tifa, all that stuff
And we're
again.
safe.
And then, they go on the first bombing mission. So, Zack surviving is like odd. And when they like walk past each other, I'm assuming that's like playing an alternate timeline or whatever.
Yeah, that could. I was thinking that too.
That was close.
Yeah, because like in the one you're playing as, where like you're playing as Cloud throughout the game, and then like Cloud and Aerith are walking past Zack.
That it?
Zack is never mentioned, so Zack is dead, like presumably,
Mm-hmm.
since the Whispers were a force at that point in time.
Yeah.
So but I don't know. And that opens up, is Biggs alive in the real world or in the alternate world?
Oh yeah, true. There was that one scene where it showed like someone that looked like Bates in like the orphanage, right?
Yeah. And Biggs is already tied to the orphanage. So, and I think it showed Jessie's gloves, implying that she's alive as well. Maybe.
Oh, that was Jesse's love.
Yeah.
Is
And
it safe to go through
so-
here?
It's
depending
really
on which
dark.
timeline, they might be
I'm
alive
sure
in the
we'll be
main one,
fine.
or they might be
Hey,
alive in the
Cloud.
one where Zack is also alive. So,
Assuming Corneo was telling us
that's
the
all up to
truth,
interpretation right now.
what do you think Shinra's really
Oh,
up
and
to?
yeah,
I mean, they've
going
gotta
back
have
to
an
the
ending.
Avalanche members.
But I
After,
can't imagine
after
what it
Wedge
is.
helps out
Destroying a whole chunk
in
of the
the
city
Shinra
just to get back at us
HQ,
doesn't make
sounds
any
like
kind
the
of
Whispers
sense.
throw him out
Yeah.
of,
I can't imagine
the
any way they
building?
could profit from it.
and we never hear of him
It's gonna
again.
cost them a fortune to rebuild.
Yeah,
Corneo's
because he's
lying.
not really
He's gotta
relevant
be.
after that point.
Guys like
Yeah.
him
So-
do all the time out of habit.
And he was supposed to be dead technically, but they let him survive because that's how
That's a power generator,
sad to say, but
alright.
he's pretty unimportant to the main story.
Yeah.
So
Talk about
I guess
empty.
the Whispers were okay
It's
with
an
letting him
antique.
live,
Older than the
but
Mako reactor.
if he was gonna actually actively interfere, they had to get him out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh and yeah,
we
he.
should talk
Huh?
game.
Oh
Actually,
yeah,
no.
gameplay.
Keep going.
But yeah, he even tried to defy the Whispers right before they threw him out.
Hey, would you look at that?
Yeah.
And let there be light.
There's a lot of theories that the three like mini bosses you have to face before
Yeah.
fighting Sephiroth.
Actually, I was gonna talk about that. I'm surprised we didn't see like one related to mages, since there was the one with the sword, gun, and presumably
Yeah.
melee base.
Yeah, because like everyone already made the connection that those are like most likely future versions of Cloud, Tifa, and Barret.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we probably don't see Aerith because she's supposed to be dead.
Oh, true.
But who knows? Whispers are dead now, so maybe Aerith survives. Who knows? It's everything
Yeah.
up in the air.
For
So
all this like reality changing shenanigans, who knows how the next part
Let's end this quick.
Not a problem.
yeah, and even if you're like not a fan of this whole time travel meta narrative, it's still exciting.
Mhm.
Like
Deal
I don't
with
know if I like love the ending, but oh god, I don't know if I
Man, I
love the ending,
trained for this.
but I do know that it made me excited for the next game.
Get him!
So it didn't show. Like I want to see what happens.
Glad that's over.
And that's also
So-
another issue I have. Depending on how many parts, that means we could be paying a hefty budget for this whole experience.
That's true. That's true. But like, I am satisfied with this. first
Yeah. It does have replayability as well. With the multiple different choices you can make.
Yeah, and especially the combat system. I think it's very well.
Oh yeah.
It's sort of like it's not turn-based clearly, but it has aspects of the original game. The materia system is still amazing, and the characters are all really fun to play as. I'd say, even though I
Yeah.
like, you know, Barrett's not as fun as the others in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
It worked.
still
His
really
skills are really powerful, but his normal attacks do crap damage.
good. Yeah. But I mean, he still serves the tank role, which he serves really, really well.
6,000 health.
Wait a minute.
I know
Bosses,
this
I
place.
really liked in this game.
Sector
Like,
7
Yeah.
should
across
be
the
just
board,
on the other
like
side
even
of
the
this
worst boss
waterway.
is still pretty good. Like,
So this is where Sector 6 ends.
And
But
where
it
Sector
really
7
does
begins.
emphasize how
Once
you
we
need
cross over,
to
we can
focus on
start
their
looking for a way back
weaknesses.
to the surface.
I'd be
Because
Yeah.
these
better than
bosses can take
Let's just try
a
to make our
hefty
way
amount
down
of
this
time to
tunnel.
go through.
See if we
oh
can't use
yeah.
those gates to
If
clear
you
a
just like
path.
try to brute force
We
them,
can
you
do
will take.
this.
Mhm.
You'll
We'll
either
figure it
lose
out.
or you'll
Yeah,
take a long
for
time.
The
sure.
Hell House.
Oh, Hell House. That's gonna be something.
I forgot to access it till halfway through the fight, then I finally figured out how I can actually do decent damage to it.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, because it does the elemental shit. So.
Yeah.
Music's really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
That's that.
I mean, it's Final Fantasy.
Let's go.
It's expected, but
Yeah,
it's kind
Square hasn't really ever screwed up music.
but and like the remixes for the iconic songs are absurdly good. One Winged Angel at the end.
Oh
So
yeah.
good. Holy crap.
And while minor song, some of the minor songs, like when you're crossing through the collapsed tunnel with Aerith, I
Oh,
really
yeah.
enjoyed that one.
Yeah, Collapse Expressway, I believe. It's really
Yeah.
good.
And boss
I like
themes
the,
as well.
The
Infinity.
kind of super like cutesy inspirational thing that was playing when Tifa and Aerith were beating up the Dawn's lackeys. That was very Tekken-like, I'd say. Some cons, I'd say.
Won't be tough.
I don't like
Enough.
how like constricted it is at times.
Oh, I know. Like, the
Oh.
whole open world segment you get near the end of chapter 14 is just a one-way road leading from
No
the
surprises
destroyed
there.
remnants of Sector 7 to Sector... to
Yeah.
the... What's it called?
It's pretty much point A to point B, but it's
Yeah.
like really pretty and distracting. But like you open up the map, it's just a long hallway, more or less.
It
Right?
makes the, what's it called, Chocobo travel system kind of useless.
Yeah, you don't really need fast travel.
Mhm.
It's, but yeah, there's a lot of potential for the future games because after Midgard, it does become an open world game in the original. So, let's
Oh, and one of the most annoying effects, the frog one.
but that's iconic, so that kind of
Yeah.
cancels out, you know. But
Well, it's not
yeah.
as cancerous as the original, since you still do have a fighting chance.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
change
like
how
the
annoying it
tiny
could be.
Buster Sword Cloud gets and the designs that they have. It's,
Oh, I know.
it's so hard, just like tiptoeing around spoilers of the original game.
I know. I'd like to save that for later, or at
Yeah.
least. Well then, yeah, the multiple choices in weapons.
Oh, weapon system. I really
Yeah.
like how all weapons are useful, like even late game.
Mhm.
So, like you can use the Buster Sword for your whole playthrough. and
Yeah.
It won't be a problem. And that's really cool.
Especially since you can inherit the abilities of other weapons after using the skills for a bit.
Yeah. So like, there's some incentive to like
Let's end
try
this
the other
quick.
weapons, and then if you don't like it, switch back once you have.
Yeah, and just the
So-
sheer amount of customization.
Oh yeah, material makes every
Yeah.
every character can serve every
We're
role,
done.
which is pretty cool. Some do it better than others, but you can have, like, you're not gonna have weapon Aaron. That doesn't really make sense. But you can have Mage Cloud, Mage Tifa, Mage Spirit.
Nothing to it.
Tanky builds, support builds, brute force, a healer for each one. Like, there's a lot of variety.
And yeah, that's probably where some of the best features come into play. Just all the builds you can put up.
Oh yeah.
Especially with all the accessories you can find across the world.
Oh yeah, those are nice. There's what's it called? There's one that lets you start with ATB, and that combined with First Strike lets you start at nearly 2 bars, I believe. So it's really cool.
Oh, and yeah, what we nearly forgot to mention how cinematic limits are.
Oh yeah, limit breaks are very pretty, and each character only gets 2, but it makes sense.
Yeah, because it's not the full experience as of yet.
Yeah, I can't wait
Guess
to
I
see all
gotta.
these buttons.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that's so cool. Red 13 not being playable made me really sad, but it makes
That's the
sense.
way to do it.
Yeah.
He's in like chapter 17, so
But yeah, at least he plays a part in the story, and he doesn't just disappear after you see him.
yeah. Well, yeah, obviously. So he's a full-fledged party member. But you can't play as him. So. But you get to see some of his
Now we
abilities.
should be
though.
able to get
Yeah.
One of his old limit breaks was turned into a normal ability.
Wow.
I'll go
Yeah.
first, okay?
I mean, that's the thing with a lot of characters. Braver used to be a limit break.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Braver
not
is
his first
Cloud's
ability.
Damn it. I can't
Cross
stop
Slash is
thinking
still a
about
limit
what
break.
Corneo said.
He doesn't have Climb
Me too.
Hazard, but Ascension is kind of like
It's
that at
gotta
the
be a
end.
trick.
There's
There's no way they'd go that far. But
Big
what
Shots
if
used
Corneo
to be
really
a
was
limit break.
telling the truth? We have to get there in time to stop it. We have to.
Dolphin
Okay.
Flurry?
Right.
Was that in a...
Let's get some
Aerith, what are
opinionated
you not telling
stuff.
me? Huh?
Which character did you like least
Guys, come on.
from
We gotta keep moving.
your playthrough?
Oh, from the main party
go
or just actual characters?
Just any characters that stood out and like you're like you.
They're really... fine, Chadley.
Okay, Aerith, your turn.
You
On my
really
way.
dislike Chadley that much? Damn.
He's just weird.
Go.
I would have rather had the
this-
Moogle kid give out
Okay,
materia.
This is like a minor spoiler, but Chadley makes more sense if you do
Almost
all the
there.
VR stuff. And you find some stuff about it. Like, you'll learn more about it. And,
I don't
and
believe
Chadley's
he was a
brand
part
new
of the
character as
first,
well.
or, I mean, the original, right?
Thanks. You
No,
saved
he
me.
was not in the original.
Least
Alright.
I could do.
Yeah.
Hear that, Cloud?
I would remember Chadley. But surprisingly
Come
enough,
on.
Johnny was actually in the original, but he was just there once in front of Tifa's bar.
So,
I didn't really like Johnny much. I didn't hate him either. Just there.
I
Some
know.
comic relief, I guess.
I felt like Avalanche was more of the comic relief. Same thing with
Oh, yeah.
Barrett.
Wedge.
Yeah.
I really like Wedge. I liked all the Avalanche
Still
members,
thinking
let's
about the
say.
Yeah.
plan?
Even Thirsty Girl. But
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, besides
future isn't
Aerith during some
set in
parts,
stone.
all the
That's
female
what I always tell
companions
myself.
Cloud comes across.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
have a thing for him?
How
Yeah.
about this then? Think of something fun.
After saving Sector 7,
mean-
you're gonna...
I'm gonna go
Let's see.
shopping.
I mean, Tifa makes
Topside.
sense.
Yeah.
It's always had a thing.
Stuff for
My
Like
the
childhood
ball,
friend.
Like
decorations,
she's,
coasters.
it's been for a while, right?
Can I come?
Mhm.
Jessie,
You
Jessie's just thirst the character.
Then it's a date.
Yeah, no denying that.
Cloud can carry all our stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
He'll be
I
a
mean,
pack
you know,
chocobo.
Cloud's,
What was
Cloud's
that about
pretty,
me?
You know, especially
Nothing.
when he wears that dress. Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah. That was probably
No way!
the part I liked the least of this game, Chapter 9.
What? That was my favorite chapter. Wall Market was amazing.
Alright, yeah, there were some good moments of it, but just, it was
Hold on
too
tight.
weird. Like, I could never play that
Three,
character
okay?
in front of my parents,
1, 2,
even though
3.
nothing
Oh.
bad it really happens.
Well, yeah. Okay. I mean, I was just shocked that they went that far.
Sorry about that.
Because it's,
No need to be.
And then
when I
the-
saw that in the original, I'm like, wow, this is really 90s. This is really funny. You know, it's super crude, and like, I'm like, oh, they can't get away with this now. And they still did it. I liked it.
But yeah, there's.
I don't know.
Huh?
No, I have no idea what the 7 seconds thing Sephiroth mentioned
Oh,
was.
well, during his boss fight, when he's throwing. Actually, we should probably save that for later.
Oh,
And we already said it. During his boss fight, when he summons the meteor,
yeah.
after a bit of time, it'll go 7, 6. So that may be a reference to how later in the game he'll do that again or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's a much nerfed version of what he usually does, but it's still a insta-kill move, I guess. But he's probably mentioning the actual meteor that.
Oh yeah, through all the
like-
visions they got from the whispers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Although. Oh man.
I didn't really understand Reds. It's just him running.
That's a minor spoiler. It won't change the story for you, but I could just tell you right now.
Yeah, alright.
That's at the end of Final Fantasy VII when you beat the game. That's the final fantasy. Like Red 13's running with his kids or something. And they
Yeah, he
just look out.
used to be a lab rat. Basically.
Lab rat dog. I like the chemistry
That's a
with Barret and Red 13. That was fun.
Yeah. Oh, actually, my main complaint is just how automated some sections are.
What do you mean, out of it?
Just like how when you're getting the key card as Tifa, you can only progress through by the arrows that are pointing the way. Just know how streamlined the game feels.
Oh yeah, very linear at times.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty linear experience. Like, but I think it does it well.
Yeah.
But there are
And while
but the
grinding.
sections are kind of annoying. No, you can't. It doesn't let you run.
Oh, I know. Not being able to run in some sections.
Shatter.
Just extended.
Let's do this.
Some parts
Go
that
on.
shouldn't
Pay
really
attention.
have been extended.
Yeah. And
I see you.
I will say that the pacing, while like obviously just generally pretty slow, it gets really hype
Going
at some
in.
parts, but then it slows down to a crawl at some of like
That's the way to
gets
do it.
really slow. Like right after Wall Market, when you hear the plate's gonna come down, right?
Oh, I
That's-
know how they're just slowly.
That should be the most tense part of the whole game. Like that's crazy. That's huge, right? And
Yeah.
then you fall into the sewers.
Oh, and then when
That's-
Aerith's helping out with people, what's it called, escaping, she just slowly walks through.
Oh yeah, that's a bit, yeah, that's odd. And then when Marlene sees her, she's like, "Oh, you smell like flowers," even though Eric's like
Oh.
sewers and a crane graveyard and stuff.
Okay.
It's over.
That's probably a small oversight, I guess.
So
But
long.
I just found that funny.
Was never in doubt.
Marlene's like, you smell like flowers or something, and Eric's been through a bunch of sewers like a human.
Yeah, I found it kind of weird how Marlene appeared during
I've got
that
this.
section
Don't you mean we've got this?
in the
I mean,
graveyard.
yeah, that was odd. Train Graveyard was very, very small.
Please.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I liked the boss fights. Some were drawn out,
See
like
you around.
Eligor.
yeah, I mean, they're only as drawn out as you make them.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first boss, the Scorpion boss, I still think it's like one of the best ones. It sets the tone so well.
Oh, yeah.
Like that boss is really good. Like that could be the final boss of a different game. And it's a really good boss fight. And
yeah, it shows you just how good weaknesses are when it comes to
Yeah.
fighting bosses, since
Ri-
Barrett has
right, like-
lightning material.
like people optimize the demo to beat it in under 2 minutes and stuff. It's
2
crazy.
minutes.
Yeah, the boss fight itself. Not
Oh, okay, I was trying to say, holy crap.
Yeah, no, that's silly. They could probably beat it in like around 10 though. Like
Mhm.
it's crazy, and that's without all the late game overpowered material.
They're
combos,
nothing.
You know.
Yeah.
To us, at least.
Enough.
Okay, if you had to give it a number rating, right, just beating the normal game, what would you give?
I'd say around an 8 out of 10.
8 of 10?
Really
Yeah,
good experience, but if you're looking for a worthwhile RPG,
Just like that, okay?
as of right now, this may not be it.
Right, there's always the fear that the future games won't live up.
Mm-hmm.
And just judging this game on its own, not, looking at what the future may be, I think it really falls down onto how much you enjoy the combat.
Yeah,
Because story's a one-time thing, right?
because
like the
people
story.
have known Final Fantasy for being RPGs.
Yeah. And if you really like the combat, I think it's a 9. If the combat's not enough to like throw it up, just like above what it already is, then yeah, it's a solid 8 out of 10 game. The story's unknown, right? But for like the characters are really good.
Yeah.
The music's really good. Like music's like perfect, 10 out of 10. Like there's really no problems with the music. It's perfect.
Mm-mm. There are a few tracks that are subpar compared to the rest.
Right. They're like less good than the already amazing. So,
Yeah.
But that's kind of inevitable, You're not gonna have a full soundtrack of like equally
Look,
amazing songs,
That must be the
right?
way out.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder.
Linear,
There
not
must be
don't
some
go
way
in
we can lower the
expecting
water
like
level.
This whole
like
big...
an open world experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, very solid,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm definitely looking forward to the next.
Guys, Seventh
Yeah,
Heaven's
same
water
here.
Hey, Cloud.
This ought to drain the
Now that
water.
I'm moving on to more spoiler territory, I guess.
Okay.
We have that ending.
Oh man,
No
I
luck?
it was like a emotional
Must
roller
be
coaster for
busted.
me. I had
A
no
red
idea.
light
Like,
indicate we can use the
um,
hand pump to clear the blockage.
and I'm assuming it was even worse for you
Sounds about
since
right.
you don't have
I
that.
remember having to do
Yeah,
this at the bar
as I
before.
said, it felt
All right.
literally like a Kingdom
I'll-
Hearts game.
Aerith, you mind giving me a hand? Cloud,
Yeah,
you stay put.
so-
Keep an eye out for more red lights.
Okay, this is
Wait,
from the
I'm
perspective
not
of
sure.
someone who
Trust
hasn't
me,
played the
this is
original,
the best
right?
way to
I'm
handle it.
assuming
We'll be
that
back soon.
the final boss would be a little bit problematic because you don't even know what Sephiroth's motives are.
Yeah.
Like, why is he like? So you don't know that, and I'm not gonna tell you it, but you
Mhm.
don't know, and so it seems odd, and
So maybe
yeah,
this is a
it's
little
a
different
super
from the one at the bar.
climactic battle, but you don't know
More
why, right?
industrial.
Why
Yeah.
is that?
You mainly
You
just
only
know
know
that
the-
this guy killed Cloud's mom, and that's
Here goes.
basically it.
Yeah. That's the main thing that you have to grasp to. And the cutscenes are really pretty. The final cutscene when they're
Oh, I
fighting and
know.
stuff, that was pretty.
Try to
All
stay
the
with
cutscenes were really good.
Yeah.
And I liked how
Like-
you could even see well, for the most part, how you could see the weapons you equipped it on your characters.
Keep calm.
Yeah. That's like a good and a bad thing. Like you get into a big story cutscene and you're using the nail bat. It's the problem. Like your nail bat just like chops a guy in half. It's like oh okay.
Spectacular.
So
Oh, imagine having
Uh,
the wrecking ball on
Okay.
Barrett when he's supposed to be shooting Rude.
yeah, I should try that for my second playthrough.
Could have
Yeah.
been better.
That's funny, but Zach surviving, very odd. Who knows?
Yeah, a lot of anomalies you'd notice, mainly if you played the original.
That
I
went
mostly
well.
know of this stuff from like top 10 videos. Top
Yeah,
10
and
time
then like
added
you obviously
deaths.
notice that big there.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Oh yeah, while we're on topic of Zach, I don't like the new voice actor.
Try to stay in
It
sync.
sounded super weird. Like very like a teenage kid. I
I
feel
mean,
like Zach
he
would be
looks
more
like a teenage kid.
No, he's
Keep
like
calm.
early 20s, but like
Okay.
or maybe older. I don't know. Cloud is early 20s. So yeah. But that's minor. But Zach's probably the only voice actor I didn't like.
All right, I think that did it.
Wonderful.
Okay, let's head back.
Oh, but
Cloud's
yeah,
probably
going back
getting
to
worried.
Cloud actually. While he is a good protagonist, he really is just like out of it, not knowing much, or really
Yeah.
commenting on stuff.
Yeah, that's. It is actually hinted at that he doesn't even know who he is. Like if you remember, you know the scientist Hojo.
Mm-hmm.
You remember like he's like saying Cloud's not a soldier or something.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
the Whispers
Nicely
came and took
done.
him away.
We make a great team.
Go team.
So the Whispers in that moment are preventing Hojo from revealing a much later.
Oh yeah, I was
Like-
wondering why they dragged him away.
They dragged him away because he was about to tell Cloud something he's not supposed to know yet.
Try this.
So
And yeah,
So-
what was up with the Genova Dreamweaver? So does that mean the real Genova's somewhere else, or did Sephiroth really take her? And that was just
Sephiroth. Yeah, Sephiroth.
Too late.
Yeah.
Glad that's over.
What do you know about Genova?
Mostly that she's like some sort of lab experiment that is Sephiroth's mom of sorts.
All set. That was close.
Yeah, that's mainly all I know.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Well, I
One
don't
more
think this is
shot.
real game, but it's like an
Go
alien.
on.
Oh,
It's your
actually,
turn.
I think that was revealed.
Yeah. So it's not like completely man-made, but they use Genova's DNA.
Come on.
Oh yeah, you see Case.
Just like that, okay?
That
I
was-
got you.
You just see him basically yell at how Sector 7 is falling, but he does literally nothing.
Oh yeah, he just like punches the ground. Like, damn it.
Sure is nice to go up for a change.
I could have had more screen time.
Kunso, the soldiers, in the Shinra building,
Hey.
when they see one specific soldier, he recognizes Cloud.
Oh,
Cloud's
yeah.
He mentions, oh, I'll go get Kunso, and Kunso's a character from Crisis Core. So, that was pretty cool. They nodded towards one of the, like, it is canon, but it's, like, not uber canon, because it's not the original game, you know?
Yeah, some more obscure
So-
stuff for people
Yeah.
who played the original.
I'll show you what I can do.
Right.
Gotcha. This one's for you.
That was pretty cool.
Hey.
Is there anything else? I think we pretty much covered most of the stuff.
One more shot.
Yeah.
Hang back.
Favorite boss?
I'll go on ahead and secure the exit.
Ooh. I think I really liked the failed experiment.
The weird black stuff.
Yeah.
Looks like they're
With
hungry
Tifa
for
and Barrett
more.
mainly.
We're
Mhm.
not delicious. Not
Mainly
even a
because
little
it
bit.
shows how just because Cloud's not
going.
there, they can't
No.
handle stuff on their
Okay.
own. The music was also really good.
Yeah.
And just taking down
You too.
all the tiny
But there's
ones
too many of
pretty
them.
quickly felt satisfying.
Hurry.
Nice. I like that one too, but for me it's probably
Last
Hell.
warning. Back off or die.
Just because
Yeah, you told me it was a random encounter in the original.
Yeah,
Turning it into
I just found that so funny.
turning it into its own full-fledged boss.
Yeah, he got promoted big time.
Yeah.
And he's not the only one. Eligor, what used to be a random enemy.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Harder than all the boss fights was that pull-up minigame. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that's actually one of my few gripes with it. The mini games are either pretty good or tedious.
Oh man, the pull-ups. Oh, I think I got like a bunch of white hairs just from the pull-up minigame. that game.
I won with
severely.
0.4
The avalanche
left on the
mission's been
clock.
approved. We ought to proceed as planned.
God damn it, Jules.
Game
This is
Boy.
bullshit. What the hell are you thinking?
Threats
And
to
also
public
were
order
Reno
must be
and
summarily
Rude in the
put
original?
down. This is what we've
Yeah,
always done.
the Turks. The Turks are recurring.
Okay.
Down.
I actually really like the Turks. I like all
Yeah, Reno was more of a hassle to fight, but I really like their fights.
of them. Yeah, their
Guess
fights
it's
were
a little
nice. I liked all the
late to
human
grow
fights, really. But like, they can be cheesed really easily.
Hmm.
But as characters, I do like the Turks. Cause,
Yeah, they have personality.
Just on patrol.
yeah. And I
Don't
also
worry,
really like
we'll make
Rufus
it in time.
Shinra. And his boss. I liked his boss fight as well.
Yeah, at
The-
first when
the
it said
president's
like the end, I thought that was the final boss,
Oh, okay.
and then yeah, just seeing how easily he got destroyed by a limit break, that's when I realized no, this isn't it yet.
Yeah. I actually thought the Arbiters or the Whispers or whatever they're.
Yeah, I originally thought that too,
Yeah.
could get
I thought that
lost
was
in
the
here.
final boss.
This is
Okay.
the train
and then you hear
to
Sephiroth
Paris.
saying,
I
"Yo,
Real
was-
treasure trove
come
of
on."
scrap.
You know,
Sector
Wolf
7
War.
should be
And
just
I'm
past
like,
that
okay,
large
whatever.
maintenance facility
Then
over
Sephiroth
there.
shows up,
I vote we
and
stay
then
in
as
the
he's
light so we can see
gliding
where
down,
we're going.
I'm still like my controller's still on,
everywhere.
That it?
like beside me, right? I'm not holding the control, just watching what I assume is the final cutscene, right? And I'm just watching him, and then he glides down, and I hear One Winged Angel start up, and
It's deserted.
and then I see like the menu thing in the corner
People
pop
don't
up,
come around here often.
and I'm
Not
like,
just
oh
because
no
of the
way, we get to
monsters,
fight him.
but
Oh
because of
no
the
way,
stories.
and I
What
lost my
kind?
mind. I was so
Everyone
excited.
seems to
Boy,
think
I
that the
thought I
train
was ready
graveyard
for that
is
fight.
haunted. Those who lose their way
I
out
was
there in
so
the dark
wrong.
of night will never ever find their way back home
But
again.
yeah, although you don't really kill him, it
Is that right?
just felt kind of
I mean,
unsatisfying.
it's not like I think it's
Mainly
true
because
or
of how
anything.
long
But, you
it takes
know,
to drop down their health
it's
bar.
just-
Then let's hurry.
So when Tifa was the last one alive, I just kept on spamming normal melee attacks and then was like, oh, it's over? Once
I'm
it
got
finally
this.
showed that ending
Don't you
cutscene.
mean we
But otherwise
got this?
than that, I really found that fight to be
over.
pretty good.
It's
That's
over.
that.
Yeah, I liked it. It didn't like
Moving on then.
the fight itself didn't blow me away. Just the music and the fact that I'm fighting Sephiroth.
Just
It-
the atmosphere of the destroyed world all around you.
Yeah. And what's your opinion of Sephiroth? Like, what do you like
What was that?
think of him, and how does he come off as a character to you? Because like very little is revealed about him.
Well, yeah, he seems to. He keeps most of his motives and all that secret.
Yeah.
Don't scare me like that.
He does feel really threatening.
See ya.
But yeah, I couldn't really tell if that was the real him or
think I
not
just
because of
heard
how
a
many
little
times
kid.
we were faked
Did you
out.
guys hear it too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why
it
would
was
there
just
be
an
kids out here
illusion.
this late?
What?
Yeah. And there's so many fake Sephiroths, and then the whole time travel nonsense implies that like the Sephiroth you're fighting isn't even the one from the original game. It's
Oh, and
the
then
one
again,
who-
I thought the Genova Dreamweaver was also going to be the final boss.
Oh wow. He got baited so many times.
Yeah. They just filled this game to the brim with boss fights.
Yeah, see that's just like something to show you. Like if you think like all of these are like final boss worthy, you know,
Mhm.
then I thought the Scorpion Sentinel was the final one. Oh man. Alright, this was nice.
Yeah. Once again,
I gotta
I'd
go.
say my score would be an 8 out of 10. And everyone, thanks for watching us just talk about this pretty good game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can definitely talk about this game for a while.
yeah, we're already 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
Huh.
But hopefully I didn't fanboy too much.
I don't
my
think you
bias
did.
for the original is probably showing very hard. But
Believe me, once I do a video on Persona. Oh boy. Alright, well, yeah. Thanks for
Coming through.
doing this, because otherwise I'd just been awkwardly saying stuff like, yeah, I like this, and this was
no, hold
weird.
on. Anyone can watch a video of you talking to yourself.
I
Alright.
basically do that with all my videos already.
Thanks for having me on.
Alright.
Alright.
See ya.
See ya.